It's July 5th. Today's reading covers 6 more chapters of Psalms that were written as songs to be sung by choirs in Israel, songs that were meant to be widely understood, even memorized and repeated across the nation and throughout generations. The theme of Psalm 48, which is echoed in chapters 47, 84, and 87, is God's rule over the earth from Jerusalem, His holy city. It's critical to understand the significance that the Bible places upon Jerusalem. The city represents God's decision to dwell with His people, both spiritually and physically. God's designated tabernacle, given through Moses, found its fixed establishment in Jerusalem's temple. Here, people from not just Israel, but from surrounding nations, would make their pilgrimage to the location where God dwelt behind the veil in the Holy of Holies. And it will be here in the capital city of the new earth, as described in Revelation 21, 1 and 2, that God will ultimately establish His eternal physical dwelling with men and women for all eternity. As with much prophetic literature, there are double and even multiple applications from today's passages. Some, such as chapter 48, verses 4 through 7, refer to a coming battle over the city, either in the near future or at the conclusion of the millennial reign of Christ upon this present earth. Other passages, such as chapter 48, verses 2 and 3, pertain to a final eternal dwelling as described in the Revelation passage. In both of these passages and throughout Scripture, Jerusalem past, present, and future, is a physical representation of God's decision to ransom mankind from sin and live eternally with His people. It's the most strategic location on the planet. Here, God will have His eternal throne among men. It will be the fulfillment of His plan to redeem mankind. And this is precisely why the forces of evil detest this city. Many throughout history have tried to displace or destroy the Jewish people and occupy, exploit, or discredit their historic capital city for their own purposes. And many, whether knowingly or unknowingly, are attempting the same today. By doing so, they are setting themselves opposed to God's magnificent agenda for this strategic city. The struggle over Jerusalem is described in Isaiah 62. Believers in Jesus have an important role to play in this struggle. We are to continually engage in prayer on her behalf. You who call on Yahweh, take no rest and give Him no rest until He establishes and until He makes Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Other translations say, until He makes Jerusalem the pride of the earth. Here's today's application. Many people say they want to be about the Father's business. But if you genuinely want to be a part of what God is doing in the earth today, at the 30,000 foot level, the big picture, then dig deeper into His Word regarding Jerusalem's future. If you do, you'll find that the Isaiah 62 verse 7 prayer becomes a regular part of your prayer life. Now here's today's prayer.